I'm not sure where exactly the breaking point came in. I was told that Coko didn't want to be in a group anymore and that she did not want to talk to us. She just wanted to be left alone.
Lelee was already gone. She was not there. Taj and I were doing shows. So as far as I'm concerned, Lelee left first.
Taj called me and said that Coko is leaving the group. And the only thing I could think of was that, they got in her ear and told her that she was this and she was that and she didn't need us anymore. So I assumed she wanted to pursue a solo career. So what was I supposed to do?
Maybe she should have called us and told us why she wasn't showing up to the shows and Taj and I were, and she didn't. So I didn't feel like I owed anyone anything because it wasn't given to me.
Leanne decided, since she was told not to mess with her, she figured, why come? So we went out on the road. I did exactly what she said. I did not mess with her. I didn't talk to her. The group was over.
Shower me, just rain on me. Sometimes it's soft as a misty rain.
After signing to RCA as a solo artist, Coko released her debut, Hot Coko, in August 1999. While Sunshine, a song devoted to her son Jazz, reached the top 40 in the R&B charts that summer, neither the album nor the singles achieved the same mainstream success as her time with SWV. She began working on a second solo album in early 2001, but RCA closed its black music division, so the project was shelved, though finding the unreleased tracks isn't that difficult. Coko soon began pivoting, first by focusing on family. She married gospel producer and drummer for Israel and New Breed, Big Mike Clemens, where they would welcome another son, Jalen. On the album Rhythm and Spirit, Love Can Build the Bridge, Coko and her mother, noted gospel singer, Mother Lady Clyde Tibba Gamble, performed a remake of Eric Clapton's song, Tears in Heaven. Her singing was also featured on Brent Jones and TP Mob's Midnight Single in 2002, and on Youthful Praise's Thank You for the Change gospel album in 2003. As noted, there was also another shift going on. No longer into secular music, Coko returned to her spiritual roots, releasing a full gospel album, Grateful, ironically, on the 31st of October in 2006. It reached number 5 on the Billboard's Top Independent Albums chart and featured a cover of Endow Me by the Clark Sisters with Faith Evans, Fantasia Barrino, and Lil Mo. On BET's Celebration of Gospel 07, Coko performed an alternate version of this song, minus Faith Evans.
Cloudy days don't last for long.
To try her hand at acting, Taj moved to Los Angeles, and she was signed to the Ford Modeling Agency for a 2-year contract. In 2000, she contributed to Souls of My Sisters, Black Women Break Their Silence, Tell Their Stories, and Heal Their Spirits. Undoubtedly cathartic, considering her upbringing. At age 9, Taj's father died of pancreatic cancer. Her mother, who also had cancer, remarried to an abuser who himself struggled with illicit substances. Additionally, she would be subjected to these beatings herself when she intervened on behalf of her mother. That said, Taj's mother died when she was 14 years old, which caused her and her 5 siblings to be divided among several relatives. She ended up with a cousin who molested her, adding to the abuse she'd received from other male relatives over the years. Despite this, the singer graduated from high school with honors and attended college, but dropped out because of a physically abusive boyfriend. However, on the upside, to become a member of a group with a couple of friends from around the way. In 2002, Taj re-enrolled in college, this time Belmont University in Nashville, where she resided, earning a Bachelor of Business Administration in May of 2004. The following month, she married longtime boyfriend, Tennessee Titans running back Eddie George. They would welcome a son, Eric Michael George, in 2005. After answering a casting call that specifically sought NFL wives, Taj was also recruited to Survivor, Tocantins, the Brazilian highlands, the 18th season of the American CBS competitive reality television series. Although she admitted she had never watched the show or been able to fish or swim before casting, she ended up being a strong competitor and voted out on the 37th day in 4th place.
Can leave it all the same, but will it stop the pain?
Lelee, unfortunately, didn't fare well as her sisters. Following the breakup, she stated,
I was very depressed. I mean, I got to the point where I was just gonna end my life.
Literally.
It was that bad. If I couldn't have what I had before, if I couldn't have SWV, if I couldn't be who I was, who the world knew me as, I wanted to die.
Abandonment was no stranger to the singer. Lelee's father deserted the family when she was 10 years old. By age 15, she would leave her mother's house and begin living on her own. Lelee later dropped out of Walton High School during her sophomore year, shortly after giving birth to a daughter, Margaret, in 1988. From there, aside from her baby girl, her sisters became the constant in her life, and essentially all she knew in her formative years. Thus, disbanding would leave anyone in a state of existential contemplation. However, after a bit of soul searching, she began putting the pieces back together. By 2001, Lelee received her GED and was working at an accounting firm. That is, until she was contacted by Coko's manager about a potential performance in Japan. In 2005, SWV reunited for the first time in 8 years, performing at local radio station KKBT 100.3 The Beats Summer Jam concert on the 20th of August. Additionally, they would join the New Jack Swing Tour in 2006, followed by the Billboard Live Tour in 2008 and 2009, both of which were in Japan. Despite looking like they hadn't missed a beat, this was a difficult time. Again, Coko's rededication to her faith caused her to be at odds with performing many of the sexually explicit songs in their back catalog. Because of this period is characterized by missteps and delays, and an album that was scrapped in 2005. Ultimately, however, she managed to move forward without compromising her core beliefs after coming to terms with her legacy. Among the songs that were omitted from the set list were Downtown and Can We. On the 24th of June 2008, SWV made a special appearance at the BET Awards alongside the original lineup of En Vogue and TLC during the performance of Alicia Keys. They appeared on The Monique Show in February 2010, singing Patti LaBelle's If You Only Knew, with lead vocals shared between Lelee and Coko. The end of 2011 would finally give fans a glimmer of hope of a forthcoming album, with SWV releasing Cosign via iTunes on the 15th of December as part of a recording deal with Mass Appeal Entertainment and E1 Entertainment. The apropos I Missed Us was released on the 17th of April 2012 via E1 Music and Mass Appeal Entertainment, and was aimed at taking people through the process of love. Love the girls had for the fans, as was reciprocated, their love of the music, but especially the particular familial love they had for one another. To promote the release of I Missed Us, and to perform the hit song Cosign, the trio appeared on The Wendy Williams Show the same day their album dropped. I Missed Us became the #1 R&B album on iTunes. In June of 2012, SWV announced that Love Unconditionally would be their next single from the album. With first week sales of 14,000 units, I Missed Us landed at number 5 on the US Billboard Independent Albums chart and at number 6 on the top R&B hip-hop albums chart. Approximately 61,000 units have been sold as of 2013. However, it was less about the sales and more about giving the fans fresh music from the trio. According to AllMusic editor Andy Kellman, I Missed Us is one of the best comeback albums of the last decade, and it does not sound like a band that hasn't released a studio album in 15 years. On the 4th of November 2012, SWV performed on Black Girls Rock, an organization founded to inspire young black girls, on BET. In 2013, SWV announced that WeTV had greenlit a reality series that would detail their personal and professional lives. SWV Reunited premiered on the 16th of January 2014 with 6 episodes. The show returned in August with a 12-episode second season. It documented the group mates' trust issues with one another after their acrimonious split, as well as their struggles to build their relationship with brands. Additionally, it portrayed their professional struggles and endeavors, including touring and recording a comeback album, trying to break from a record contract, and clashing with their road manager, Corey Taylor. A song that the group was shown recording on the show, titled Ain't No Man, was released as a promotional single on iTunes on the 7th of August 2015. SWV Reunited was officially canceled by WeTV on the 6th of November 2015. According to Coco's official Instagram account, she also said that SWV's long-delayed 5th studio album would be titled Still, with a release date for the 5th of February 2016. The girls all shared duties of lead singer on various songs, and a Target exclusive contained live performances of their past hits. Still peaked at number 4 on the US Billboard Independent Albums chart, number 5 on the US R&B Albums chart, and number 11 on the top R&B Hip Hop Albums chart, with sales of 10,000 units in its first week. Critics were mixed on this effort, citing that the album was rushed as a means of capitalizing on the hype of their TV show. This would be their latest and perhaps final album as of today. In 2017, SWV lived out a dream and collaborated with Belle Biv DeVoe, 3 of the founding members of New Edition, on the song Finally, which was released as the second single off their album, 3 Stripes. In 2019, SWV announced that they had partnered with hip-hop trio Salt and Pepper in the creation of a new reality series called Ladies' Night. The show premiered on BET on the 30th of April 2019. Ladies' Night followed the legendary first platinum and gold certified hip-hop group as they prepared for a Las Vegas residency and a nationwide tour with their legendary R&B counterparts, detailing the ups and downs as they reveal professional and personal drama. The docuseries ran for 9 episodes. Versus is an American webcast series created by record producers Timbaland and Swiss Beats, first premiering on the 24th of March in 2020. What began as a friendly clash between 2 industry contemporaries on social media became the de facto settling ground for similarly situated artists within the industry. And the popularity of these battles became legendary as time went on. Episodes included battles between producers Teddy Riley and Babyface, singers Erykah Badu and Jill Scott, Brandy and Monica, Gladys Knight and Patti LaBelle, and rappers Ludacris and Nelly. On the 9th of March 2021, the series was acquired by online network conglomerate ThrillerNet and would go on to nab the NAACP Image Award for Outstanding Variety Series in the same year. Versus hosted a pre-Mother's Day event featuring both SWV and yet another Atlanta group, the quartet Xscape, on the 8th of May 2021. This brings us to an interesting side note, for which I'll let a very special guest take the lead. After you, little sis.
Child, why does he have me doing the most difficult part of this video? Okay, since I guess this is what I get for agreeing to collaborate with my diabolical brother without first reading the script. Let me just set some disclaimers so I don't catch any strays from either side of the argument, baby. First off, Coko is my boo. Candy is my boo. I love them in their groups with the same love, different energy that I have for my sisters. Yeah, that works. You couldn't tell me anything when I would catch the harmonies of my girls as we sang tonight or I get so weak in the same breath, honey. Okay. That said, my official stance of who's the best is that it's a subjective question, and we shouldn't even be focusing on that. Instead, we should be giving our flowers to both of these groups for contributing to many sock hops. See, you kids today don't even know what a sock hop is. Cookouts, basement parties, special occasions, any celebration, they had the pleasure of providing the soundtrack for it, okay? I mean, even if we were to explore this sticky debate through the metrics, which I'm gonna have to do, it's a close call, okay? So let's just see how it plays out. I'm just gonna break it down into 5 categories, and may the best group win. Now, sources vary, with the girls themselves claiming to have sold upwards of 30 million units. However, according to the RIAA, they clocked at 11 million, which is still good, I'm just saying. While they are counted with 9 million in sales. Sticking with the RIAA data, of their 5 studio albums, and to be clear, I'm not counting any EPs, compilations, remixes, chopped, screwed, none of that. Just their whole original albums, honey, or else we gonna be here all day. 1 went triple platinum, another platinum, and 1 gold. As for their certified singles, your girl had about 6 in total, evenly split between platinum and gold. And Dirty South representing with all 3 of their studio releases going platinum. Of their 7 singles that are certified, 3 of them went platinum, 4 of them went gold. So, I guess they made up ground in producing bangers. On that note, now considering these girls got songs all over the chart, I can do a whole segment on that alone. However, for the sake of keeping it brief, I'm just going to focus on the 2 most important ones. The Billboard Hot 100, which covers individual singles, and the Hot 200 for the albums. Of the 12 songs that charted, 1 was a #1 hit, and 4 were in the top 10. Then again, with their 5 studio releases, only 2 made it to the top 10. So to my Southern Quartet, of their 11 songs, 6 were top 10s and no #1s. Well, #1s to me, so. And while it doesn't look like their 3 albums cracked the top 10 here, they had more staying power on the charts relative to SWV's albums. That is, if you take away their debut, that was a monster, honey. Coko, Lelee, and Taj boast 24 nominations over their career, with their biggest year in 1993. Like I said, It's About Time was that album. From the AMAs, Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards, Billboard, Soul Train, and of course the Grammys, my girls were a force, of which they would win 1. Their 2017 Lady of Soul honor. Candy, Tiny, Tamika, and Latasha came up a little lighter in this category, only garnering 3 nominations. However, just like SWV, they would be honored with a Lady of Soul award. And finally, the Battle of Battles. Again, like all of their empirical comparisons, this came down to margins, as SWV edged out Xscape 13-11. So, there you have it. By the numbers, they always seem to be neck and neck. You can even argue that since Xscape formed in 1991, it gave SWV a 3-year head start. Perhaps if they began at the same time, it would be a different story. In any case, again, the argument of who is the best doesn't even deserve to be had, because both of these groups have enjoyed meteoric rises, bountiful success, and continue to be welcomed by both old and new fans alike. It's guaranteed that the roller rinks today will be packed in equal measure if you play Just Kicking It or right here. And on that note, I'm gone. Bye, Square Bears.
The two groups once again came together for their recent Bravo feature, SWV and Xscape, the Queens of R&B, which premiered on the 5th of March, 2023. In this 6-episode series, the goal was for the groups to come together for a concert event. Unfortunately, that endeavor never materialized, and their departure wasn't amicable. As of today, just a little past the 30-year celebration of their debut and historic album, the girls are still touring, engaging with their fans, and pursuing interest together and separate from one another. Taj maintains her social media presence, posting about the group and her life. The proud mama appears to have a son following in his father's athletic footsteps. She also runs a nonprofit, Saving Our Daughters, a mechanism to help those who may be in a position where she once resided. Lelee runs many businesses and takes occasional speaking engagements. And as for Coko, among other things, she runs a channel here, detailing her daily life through vlogs. In short, they're here, just as fresh as ever, and not going anywhere, which is why what makes them awesome is apparent. It is rare to find a group with the same staying power as these sisters with voices. They have the ability to bring life to any track that they touch. Their talent and energy is infectious, and they have gained a loyal fan base over the years due to their incredible music. They are true East Coast icons. They are a symbol of resilience, strength, and perseverance. They have pushed boundaries and defied expectations, and they are a testament to the power of music, collaboration, and love. Okay, so thanks for watching. For those who have been following, this is the project that has been bumped probably several times at this point. If you notice, after the video on Lyric Bent, there's a gap of a few months before I dropped the Merle Dandridge video. That was me obsessing over trying to make this one right here perfect, among the other things I was doing around that time as well. This project was so far into production with a complete voiceover and assets being put together in the editing suite before it was altogether scrapped because I just didn't like where it was going. My sister, who I thank for providing voiceover for this video, had been trying to get this out of me for a long time, as she communicates with Coko through IG. In any case, here we are, and all those other projects I did in the meantime proved beneficial. It gave me an opportunity to refine all the skill sets required to create this video, so they weren't for nothing, but part of the process. That said, it's time to get back on to the next one that'll be out when the moons align, so stay tuned. In the meantime, if you like what you've seen here, you keep the love coming the best way you know how, by liking and sharing. Get more people to like, share, subscribe, and click that notification bell so you know when I drop another nuggets. And until then, stay awesome.
Thank you.